Have you ever found yourself in a situation where everything seems to be falling apart, where your patience is tested to the limit? Perhaps you're dealing with a personal loss, facing an overwhelming challenge, or simply feeling drained by the trials of daily life. It is in these moments of hardship that the true strength of patience shines through. Patience is not just about waiting quietly for things to get better. It is about embracing challenges with a heart full of faith and trust in Allah, knowing that every trial you face is a step toward spiritual growth, a test that will lead you closer to Allah's mercy and ultimately to Jannah. In Islam, patience is much more than just a passive endurance of life's difficulties. It is an active, conscious choice to remain steadfast in the face of adversity. Patience is a profound act of worship, one that strengthens our relationship with Allah, purifies our hearts, and provides us with the resilience to navigate the toughest times. It is a virtue so cherished in Islam that Allah promises immense rewards for those who practice it. But why is patience so crucial in Islam, and how can we cultivate it in our everyday lives? In this video, we will explore the powerful concept of patience in Islam, understand its significance, and learn how it can lead us to the ultimate reward, Jannah. 1. What is patience? Patience is a powerful and transformative quality that can help individuals navigate life's challenges with grace and perseverance. It is often misunderstood as simply waiting or enduring hardships. However, patience in Islam is much deeper than mere endurance. It is a conscious, purposeful act of self-restraint, a way of responding to adversity with faith, trust, and hope in Allah's plan. To truly understand the essence of patience, we must reflect on its meaning and how it can shape our lives. In its core meaning, patience is not just about holding back anger or suppressing emotions. It is about staying steadfast, continuing to move forward despite the obstacles, and having complete trust in Allah. When faced with hardship, many of us might feel the urge to give up, to succumb to despair, or to lash out in frustration. But patience requires us to rise above these natural reactions, to exercise control over our emotions, and to rely on Allah's wisdom and mercy. It is about maintaining a positive attitude in the face of difficulty and knowing that every trial is a test from Allah. O you who believe, seek help through patience and prayer. Surely Allah is with those who are patient. Patience is not just a personal struggle, it is an act of worship that draws us closer to Allah. It assures us that when we practice patience, we are not alone. Allah is with us, offering His guidance, support, and reward. Every time we remain patient in the face of difficulty, we grow spiritually. Patience transforms our hearts and minds, helping us to develop inner strength and resilience. Patience is also a quality that refines our character. When we are patient, we learn to be more understanding, more compassionate, and more empathetic toward others. Life is full of challenges, and the way we respond to them speaks volumes about our character. Patience teaches us that no matter how hard things get, we must keep pushing forward with dignity and grace. It teaches us to have a heart full of trust in Allah, knowing that He is the best of planners and that every hardship will eventually lead to ease. True patience is a reflection of our faith. It is easy to be calm and content when life is going smoothly, but it is when we face trials that our patience is truly tested. When things don't go the way we hope, when we feel like everything is falling apart, patience becomes the anchor that keeps us grounded. It is in these moments that we must remind ourselves that our struggles are temporary and that, with patience, we will emerge stronger and more connected to Allah. The concept of patience also extends beyond personal hardship. It encompasses patience in our daily interactions with others, in our responsibilities, and in our pursuit of our goals. It's about remaining steadfast and focused, even when things don't happen as quickly as we would like. In relationships, patience teaches us to be understanding and forgiving, to see beyond the mistakes of others, and to approach every situation with empathy. In our work, patience helps us to stay diligent, to push through challenges, and to remain committed to our goals. In essence, patience is not just about enduring pain or discomfort. It is about actively choosing to remain steadfast in the face of difficulty and to rely on Allah's wisdom. It is about holding on to hope when everything seems bleak, trusting that Allah will never forsake us. It is about understanding that every test is an opportunity for growth, and that patience in the end will always lead to reward, whether in this world or the hereafter. Patience is one of the most powerful virtues we can cultivate in our lives. It teaches us to endure with dignity, to trust in Allah's plan, and to grow spiritually through adversity. It is a reminder that the trials we face are temporary, but the rewards of patience are eternal. Patience is a form of worship that brings us closer to Allah and strengthens our character, making us resilient, compassionate, and spiritually grounded. When we embrace patience, we open ourselves up to Allah's mercy and blessings, and ultimately, we find peace in knowing that with patience, we are on the path to Jannah. 2. Why is patience so important in Islam? Patience is not just a simple trait in Islam. It is a central pillar of a believer's character, one that holds significant spiritual and moral value. From the moment we take our first breath, life presents us with an ongoing series of tests and trials, some big, some small. Patience becomes essential for every Muslim, as it allows us to navigate the highs and lows of life with faith, composure, and trust in Allah. But why is patience so critical in Islam? Why does Allah place so much emphasis on it in the Quran and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? The answer lies in the fact that patience is the key to spiritual growth and closeness to Allah. Islam teaches us that life is not meant to be easy. Instead, it is a journey filled with both blessings and challenges. And how we respond to those challenges is what matters most. Patience, in essence, is a reflection of a person's faith in Allah and a sign of their willingness to accept the divine will, even when things are difficult. Surely we will test you with a bit of fear and hunger, and loss in wealth and lives and fruits, and give good tidings to the patient. It is not a matter of if we will face hardship, but when. These trials, whether in the form of fear, loss, or hardship, are designed to test the strength of our faith. Patience during these times of trial is what sets us apart as true believers. Allah promises that those who remain patient through these hardships will receive good tidings, a sign that their perseverance has earned them Allah's favor and mercy. Patience is so important in Islam because it reflects trust in Allah's plan. When we experience difficulties, our natural instinct may be to become anxious, frustrated, or even angry. However, Islam teaches that we must place our complete trust in Allah. We may not understand the reasons behind the hardships we face, but our faith in Allah tells us that He knows what is best for us. When we exercise patience, we acknowledge Allah's wisdom and submit to His will, understanding that every trial has a purpose, even if that purpose is hidden from us at the moment. When we endure difficulty with patience, Allah uses those trials to purify our hearts, increase our faith, and bring us closer to Him. The trials we face are a means of refining our character, teaching us humility, resilience, and gratitude. They are not there to break us, but to shape us into better, stronger individuals. Patience is also crucial because it allows us to maintain peace of mind and a strong connection with Allah, even in the most challenging circumstances. The world around us may be full of chaos, stress, and uncertainty, but a patient person remains calm and grounded. Their inner peace comes from the firm belief that whatever happens, Allah is in control. This inner peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but on the strength of their faith. It is a reward so immense that it cannot be measured. The patients are those who endure hardship without complaint, trust in Allah's wisdom, and continue to strive for goodness, even when faced with adversity. For them, Allah promises a reward that is beyond human comprehension. This serves as both an incentive and a reminder to all believers that no matter how challenging life becomes, the reward for patience is greater than anything we can imagine in this world. Moreover, patience fosters unity and compassion within the Muslim community. When we witness others going through difficulties, it is our patience and empathy that allow us to support them. Rather than turning away in frustration or anger, a patient person will extend a helping hand, offer encouragement, and pray for the ease of others. This creates a bond of solidarity, where the community collectively supports one another through the trials of life. Patience helps build stronger, more compassionate relationships and encourages a sense of brotherhood among believers. One of the most profound aspects of patience in Islam is its role in transforming hardship into an act of worship. Every moment spent enduring a trial with patience is an opportunity to earn reward from Allah. When we are patient, we are practicing worship, and every act of patience is counted as a good deed. Even when we feel weak or weary, the act of remaining patient becomes a source of reward as it demonstrates our trust in Allah and our reliance on His mercy. Patience is not merely an emotional response to difficulty, it is a spiritual discipline that shapes the way we approach life. It is an essential characteristic of a true believer, one that allows us to endure the trials and tribulations of life with faith, trust, and resilience. By practicing patience, we demonstrate our belief that Allah is in control, that He is always with us, and that every trial has a purpose. Patience enables us to maintain peace of mind, strengthen our connection with Allah, and earn rewards in both this life and the hereafter. It is a cornerstone of Islamic life, one that can transform our challenges into opportunities for growth and spiritual elevation. 3. The reward of patience, Jannah. The concept of reward in Islam is deeply connected to the trials we face and how we respond to them. Life in this world is filled with hardships, struggles, and moments of despair, but for the believer, every trial has the potential to become a means of earning immense reward in the hereafter. The reward for patience is one of the most promised blessings in the Quran, and it is tied directly to the eternal paradise, Jannah. So, how does patience lead to such a magnificent reward? And why is the reward for patience considered so great in Islam? Patience is the gateway to Jannah because it is an active manifestation of our trust in Allah and our commitment to His will. Every trial, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for us to earn Allah's pleasure, and with patience, we demonstrate that we are willing to endure hardships for the sake of our faith. This is not just a passive endurance of hardship, it is an active, intentional choice to remain faithful, to continue striving for righteousness, and to rely on Allah's mercy and wisdom. Say, on my behalf, O my servants who believe, fear your Lord. Those who do good deeds in this world will have a good return, and the earth of Allah is wide. Certainly, those who observe patience will be given their reward in full, without measure. In this world, when we work hard and endure suffering, there are limits to the compensation we receive, whether it's financial or otherwise. But Allah assures us that the reward for those who remain patient in the face of trials is limitless. There is no boundary to the rewards that await them. This is a reminder that no matter how much pain or suffering we may endure in this life, the rewards that await us in Jannah far outweigh anything we can imagine. Patience, in this context, becomes the means by which a believer enters the eternal reward of Jannah. The connection between patience and Jannah is so intimate that the two cannot be separated. It is through patience that a believer shows their unwavering commitment to Allah, and it is through patience that they earn the keys to the greatest reward in the hereafter. One of the most profound aspects of patience leading to Jannah is that it transcends the trials of this world. While we may face difficulties, injustices, and emotional pain, Allah promises that those who remain patient will not only be relieved of their suffering in this world, but their reward in the hereafter will be far greater. Jannah is a place of unimaginable beauty, peace, and joy, a reward beyond any earthly comparison. It reminds us that patience is not just about enduring hardship, but also about maintaining our faith and continuing to do good deeds while facing adversity. The reward for this holistic approach to life is Jannah, where there is no pain, no sorrow, and no regret, only eternal happiness. The reward for such patience is not just symbolic. It is as great as that of a martyr, a person who sacrifices their life in the cause of Allah. This demonstrates the immense value Allah places on the patience of His believers, particularly in times of personal grief and loss. The patience shown during these moments of profound hardship will be rewarded with a place in Jannah, a reward that will be far more valuable than anything they could have experienced in this world. Patience is also essential in building and nurturing a relationship with Allah. The trials we face in life, when met with patience, deepen our connection with Allah. Through patience, we learn to rely on Allah more than ever before, seeking His help and guidance in every moment. As we endure difficulties, we turn to Him in prayer, supplication, and worship, strengthening our bond with the Creator. This ongoing process of growth and connection through patience brings us closer to Allah, and in return, He promises His eternal reward, Jannah. Patience is not just a virtue, but a powerful force that shapes our relationship with Allah and our path to Jannah. Every difficulty we face in life is an opportunity to demonstrate our trust in Allah, our submission to His will, and our perseverance in the face of trials. The reward for patience is immeasurable, far surpassing the struggles and hardships we endure in this world. Allah promises that the patient will be rewarded with Jannah, where they will experience eternal peace, joy, and fulfillment. By practicing patience, we align ourselves with the divine will, earning a reward that is eternal and beyond our comprehension. The trials we face are not without purpose, and every moment of patience brings us closer to the ultimate reward, Jannah. When we remain patient, we are not simply enduring hardship. We are preparing ourselves for the greatest reward imaginable. Patience is the key that unlocks the doors to Jannah, and it is through our patience that we find the path to eternal success in the hereafter. 4. How to cultivate patience in our lives. Cultivating patience in our lives is not an easy task. It is a skill that requires constant effort, practice, and self-reflection. Patience is a quality that doesn't develop overnight. It is something we must actively work on, especially during times of difficulty and testing. However, as Muslims, we are encouraged by the Quran, the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and the stories of the prophets to consistently strive to embody this virtue. The question then arises, how can we cultivate patience in our everyday lives? How can we nurture this quality within ourselves so that we can respond to life's challenges with steadfastness and faith? The first step in cultivating patience is to understand its significance and role in our lives. As we have already seen, patience is an act of worship, and it is a pathway to drawing closer to Allah. When we remind ourselves of the immense rewards for patience and the fact that it brings us nearer to Jannah, we begin to approach our challenges with a different mindset. Instead of seeing hardships as burdens, we can view them as opportunities for growth, for building resilience, and for earning Allah's pleasure. The more we internalize this understanding, the more we are able to endure difficulties with a positive attitude. When we pray for patience, we are acknowledging our weakness and seeking strength from the one who is the source of all strength. Allah is always ready to support us, but we must actively seek His assistance. By consistently asking Allah for patience, we strengthen our reliance on Him and open ourselves to His guidance and mercy. Another important aspect of cultivating patience is recognizing the transient nature of our trials. In Islam, we are reminded that everything in this world is temporary. Whether it is wealth, health, relationships, or even hardship, nothing lasts forever. We have created man in the best composition, then we turned him into the lowest of the low, except those who believed and did righteous deeds, because for them there is a reward never ending. There are ups and downs, good times and bad times, but none of them are permanent. The challenges we face today will not last forever, and Allah promises that ease will follow hardship. Keeping this in mind helps us to approach difficulties with a sense of calm and patience, knowing that relief is on the way. Cultivating patience is a lifelong process that requires self-awareness, consistent effort, and reliance on Allah. Through regular supplication, controlling our emotions, remembering the temporary nature of our trials, reflecting on the stories of the prophets, focusing on long-term goals, and practicing gratitude, we can nurture patience in our lives. Patience is not just a reaction to hardship. It is a way of living with purpose, trusting in Allah's plan, and growing closer to Him. By cultivating patience, we prepare ourselves to face the challenges of life with resilience, strength, and unwavering faith, and ultimately, we are rewarded with the eternal peace of Jannah. As we've learned, patience is not just a virtue, it's a powerful tool that can shape our character, draw us closer to Allah, and guide us through life's most challenging moments. Every trial we face is an opportunity for growth, and with patience, we unlock the doors to countless blessings, ultimately leading us to the eternal reward of Jannah. So let's remember, in the face of hardship, be patient, for your perseverance will never go unnoticed by Allah. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Deen Explorers. Share this message of hope and resilience with others, and together, let's grow in our patience and faith. Until next time, may Allah grant you patience in every trial and ease in every difficulty.